Thanks, Pete. Now it is time for one of my favorite days in the studio during the holiday season. It's the Tiny Tree Throwdown 2014 edition. I don't know how many of these we've done, at least 3. And the trees have grown over the years. They're not so tiny. They're pretty good. But we have 3 of our favorite designers and artists here with us today. Jenny is over there working on hers. Jenny Sykes from Jenny Elizabeth Designs. And then here in the middle, Nicole Campbell from Pedal Pusher is putting a little elegant organic twist to her tree. We'll check back in with those ladies in a minute. But look at it here. This is from our thrifty crafter, Kim Geiser. She's an artist out of Cleveland, and it's a rainbow theme. What a great idea. How'd you come up with this?
Well, I actually just got a rainbow tattoo, so I kind of went off of that, to be honest.
You were inspired. I love it.
Yes.
And this tree topper.
The topper,
hello?
yeah. I bought those from the thrift store, of course, with the idea that I was going to do a mirror, you know, put those around a mirror.
Okay.
And then when I was doing this rainbow tree, I thought, I'm going to stick all of them in a styrofoam ball and make a tree topper.
And it's sitting on a cloud.
Yes.
I love it.
Yes.
Your rainbow on top of a cloud. So she is very thrifty from top to bottom of the tree, right? And tell us about your rainbow effect on the way down.
Well, I kind of filled in the tree with tulle of the different rainbow colors. I thought that would just kind of
Watching you do that was super fun because it was magical. It just layer by layer by layer, it turned into a rainbow.
And then I just picked up different ornaments from different, you know, wherever I could find them.
Thrift stores, dollar stores, things like that?
Yep, wherever I could find them. Yes, wherever.
Well, it looks fantastic.
Thank you.
Why do you like doing the Tiny Tree Throwdown?
Well, I love working with Nicole and Jenny because they're just awesome. But it's just fun seeing how everybody's tree totally represents every year.
Everybody has their own take on it. Well, speaking of Nicole, I'll switch places with you. This is Nicole Campbell from Pedal Pusher and Elegant Organics. I'm going to say it for you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And to tell us a little bit about your ideas here.
Lots of natural materials, of course, which I always tend towards, but I wanted to use baby's breath in here. That's a material that you can tuck in there. It's going to dry beautifully. And if you use it in clusters rather than all over the tree, it gives kind of a snowy effect. And then I added a little tinsel so it has a little sparkle to it.
You need a little sparkle and some cute critters in there.
Yeah, if we're going a natural tree, I thought we needed a little resident squirrel in there.
And the cute critters need a place to hide under or something to
Yes, we made little toadstools and mushrooms for our tree. These could not be easier. What you're going to do is take a little styrofoam ball that you can get various sizes in the craft store, cut it in half, that becomes your mushroom top, that you just glue onto a little branch. We use curly willow so they all kind of bend in different directions. Put a little bit of newspaper over the top of it so you've got kind of that papery texture. We used Mod Podge to adhere the newspaper on there, and then we just used a little spray paint to give them a metallic finish and a little sparkle.
And then use a clothespin to attach it.
Hot glue it onto the top of a clothespin, so then you can just clothespin them into the branch. A little moss hides the clothespin, and then they can rise out of the branches instead of hanging underneath.
Oh, I love it. So cute. And last but not least, a peacock-themed tree. Jenny Sykes is right back here. I don't want to trip over the lights. Okay, tell us quickly about your tree. So peacocks, of course.
Yes, and peacock feathers, and a fantasy a little bit. You know, dresses, Mitzi Gaynor, Bob Mackie. That's what I kept looking at. They were the glitter and the glamour, and peacocks are such a fabulous-looking bird. So if they had fabulous little eggs, that's what I thought they would look like.
So you glued those in there?
I did. These are just little baubles that I glued into a craft store nest. And I like a Christmas tree that has little surprises in it.
Okay.
And I tend to think that kids are the ones who like to look in there, so always surprises for kids and for the grown-up kids. But for the lights, I'm not a big fan of blue lights, so I thought about altering some regular white lights, and you could do this year-round. So what I did is, if you see just regular white light,
just took silk flowers and
silk flowers, pop out the center, and then you can just slide it right on.
What a brilliant idea. Well, they're going to finish up their tiny trees. We're going to check back with them next hour for the final looks. The trees were donated by Whispering Pines Tree Farm, and they will be delivered today to military families in the Green Bay area. And we thank all of you for your ideas and inspirations. And we'll be right back. You're watching Good Day Wisconsin.